When you mention Philadelphia, one of the first things that comes to mind is the Philly cheesesteak. And now I'd like to introduce you to Rick Oliveri of Rick's Philly Steaks here in the market. Rick?
Thank you, Paul. As Paul said, my name is Rick Oliveri. I own Rick's Steaks at the Reading Terminal Market, and we're a third-generation business here in Philadelphia. The Philadelphia cheesesteak was actually invented by my grandfather back in 1932. And if you'd like to take a look on our memorabilia wall here, you can take a look at my grandfather. This gentleman right here, this is one of his first stores that he had back in the early 30s. And if you can tell, the price of an average sandwich back then was about 5 cents.
Who else you got on your wall of fame here, Rick?
Oh, well, we've got the Mayor Rendell. We have different articles from across the country: Women's Day, Esquire, Bon Appetit.
I see Humphrey Bogart.
Humphrey Bogart, yes, sir. He's with my grandfather when he was doing a movie debut here in Philadelphia. If you notice the gun in his hand. We also have Ben Franklin over here. He's a regular at the store. Every so often we change these pictures, put new ones up. We always have people coming in of celebrity fame and try to keep them up to date as much as possible.
I see Bob Dole and
Governor Ridge, yes. We also have a local favorite, Mr. Argyle's, Thatcher Longstreth. He was one of our celebrity chefs that we did for the Pennsylvania Special Olympics. We were doing a fundraiser about 4 years ago.
Okay, why don't we talk a little bit about how you make a cheesesteak?
Sure, come on back. We'll give you the tour.
Now, don't give away any family secrets here, Rick.
Pennsylvania, it's all family. No problem. We'll give a little bit away.
Very good.
Like to step in. This is the cooking area here. This grill is a very traditional style grill. It's been in the family for over 28 years. It's give a good seasoning, good flavor to the meat. Now that I mentioned the meat, the type of meat that we use is all domestic Angus steer. It's processed here in Philadelphia to our specifications. It comes into us about 10 to 12 pound pieces. We slice it fresh every morning, which is part of the secret. None of the meat is frozen. Processed steak. It is all fresh, sliced in the morning. Everything down to the onions is fresh cut in the morning. Not only does Mike here cut the meat in the morning, but he also does the onions, so we do shed a lot of tears back here. Isn't that right, Mike? Yeah, yeah. Another special thing about our product is that we do not use oil or grease on the grill. We just use a little bit of water and let the juice from the steak cook itself. So that way you get a very light, non-greasy sandwich, no aftertaste, and you just get 100% pure steak taste on this sandwich. This is a recipe that has been in the family, like I said, since 1932. We haven't changed anything. The bread that we use is a local bakery called D'Ambrosio. They supply us the bread. They've been around since 1939. It's a hard crust on the outside, very soft on the inside. It's traditional Italian bread. They deliver it to us fresh every morning. One thing that we've added over the past 7 years is the chicken steak. We have a lot of people looking for not that a cheesesteak isn't healthy, but a healthier type of lunch. We introduced a chicken steak. It's all breast meat, white meat, from a local supplier once again. And it's cooked a little differently than the regular cheesesteak. We chop it up on the grill, whereas the cheesesteaks we do not. And I think we're going to have a regular cheesesteak order come up in 1 second here, so we'll get ready to cook that.
Rick, what kind of cheese can you get on a cheesesteak?
Traditionally, you would only be able to get American and Cheese Whiz. Over the past 5 years, we've introduced mozzarella, pepper jack, and
provolone.
And provolone. Yes, thank you, Paul. Whose business is this anyway? Currently, The provolone cheese is the most popular cheese that we offer here. It used to be Cheese Whiz, but it's switched from Cheese Whiz over to provolone. And we're still waiting. Seems chicken is the most popular sandwich for the day. Are you getting a chicken? Thank you. Virginia, what kind of cheese you have on that, dear? Okay, here we go. On both? Oh, okay. Once again, as you see, we don't chop up the steak here. It's a bit more work to do it this way, but being as traditional as the sandwich is, we try to keep it as close to the original recipe. That's what it looks like it's in the complete state. You can also get mushrooms, sweet peppers, pizza sauce, lettuce, and tomato. But once again, the most popular is this type of sandwich, provolone and onions.